There are 11 wild hot springs in South Taiwan. Here's how to get to all of them. Starting in Ha尤溪Hot Spring, most people go just for that red wall. The hot spring is actually behind it and you can't really soak in it. And also the hot spring on the way, Dawu Hot Spring, it's not good for soaking either. It's only about 27 degrees. So really people are going there just to take photos in front of that beautiful red wall. I used to go there in the past, but now it's not easy really to go yourself. You have to hire the tour and they drive you in there. So I've kind of lost interest in Utai due to my opinion, mismanagement of tourism resources there. But if riding in a car to a red wall is something you like, then Ha尤溪Hot Spring is the hot spring for you. Going north to Kaohsiung, Maolin, Dona Hot Spring is still buried from Typhoon Maraca. There have been a few attempts by the local government there to dig boreholes and try to bring the hot spring back, but so far they haven't been successful, so it's still a no-go this year. 12 kilometers up the river, there's also Wanshan Hot Spring, which I've heard is pretty good this year. Farther north in the Kaohsiung towards Baolai, this is where things start to get better. The nice pool at Shidong Hot Spring survived the typhoon season and now it is ready to soak. This is a very nice hot spring. It's very easy to get to, only about an hour walk. However, the temperature is not that high. So while it's very comfortable to go there during the day and soak in the pool, if you're planning on camping there, the temperature is still a bit too low to really last through a cold night. However, farther upstream at七坑温泉, the hot spring is very hot. It is a very nice hot spring for soaking in, especially at night. And this year, it's very good. It's only a 5-minute walk if you have a two-wheel drive vehicle. And if you have four-wheel drive, you can drive all the way and camp right in front of the hot spring. It's got a big pool this year, very clean. I highly recommend that one. Earlier, I took the Xiaofei pack rafts. We kayaked down the river from Chikeng all the way to Baolai Chao. Super fun. And on the way, we passed Udian Ukeng Hot Spring. However, this year it's completely dry. There wasn't any water coming out at all. And I really wouldn't expect that to change for the year, so I think you're going to have to skip that one. However, if you hike up from Chikeng about 2 hours, you'll get to Shikeng Hot Spring. This year, there's a lot of hot water coming off the wall there, but the typhoon wiped away the previous green wall. So that's going to take a year or two to come back. So if you're planning to go there to get the classic photos in front of the green wall, that's not going to happen this year. However, there is still a nice hot spring and it is still great for soaking in. Also, further up that river, Shisankeng Hot Spring is doing great. It's very big, fun as always. It's a 3-hour hike past Shikeng Hot Spring. So if you want to start at Chikeng, you can do 5 hours and you can get both of those hot springs, or all three actually. But you can also go to Shisankeng starting at the top. It's a bit of a shorter hike, but you're going to miss the other hot springs on the way. Go ahead and check 6-8 maps for more details and you can figure out which route is best for you. The next valley north in Kaohsiung, the玉穗Hot Spring, just completely forget about it this year. It was utterly destroyed. I'm sure everyone saw the videos in the news about that bridge in Taiyuan getting destroyed by the landslides during the typhoon. So that is the valley where玉穗Hot Spring is. And so there's just so much mud and rock that has come down there. That hot spring, it's under 40-50 meters of rock right now, and it's not coming back this year. Who knows if we'll even ever see that hot spring again. It's unfortunate, but definitely you're going to have to skip that one this year. But the next valley over, Lakashishi River, the hot spring there, Fushing Hot Spring, is doing well. However, the beautiful pool that everybody loves swimming in the spring in front of the dam, that has been completely filled up with rocks. It filled up with rocks the first heavy rain, actually. So that's not coming back. Who knows? Maybe they'll build a new one. I don't know, but those rains also wiped out the road. So if you're going to go to the hot spring now, you have to start at that dam and hike up about 2.5 hours. So you can no longer drive all the way to the bottom of the landslide like there and then just walk a kilometer. So that hike is a bit longer, but the hot spring is doing good. The riverbed was raised a little bit, so now the hot spring is closer to the river, and so there's not that much space to make a hot spring. So the pool's very small, but the water's very, very hot, and I bet later this year somebody will figure out how to get a hose across the river and build a bigger pool on the other side. I think it's a great place you can go and check out. That's a highly recommended hot spring and one that's not too hard to get to. I think that's it for the southern hot springs. There's not really any hot springs in Tainan or Chiayi worth mentioning, although if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments and I'll pin all that information so that everyone can see it. In addition, almost all the hot springs mentioned in this video can be found at 68maps.com. There will be maps and photos there, and also you can go there and add your own and help to update everybody on the current conditions of the hot springs in Taiwan or waterfalls, whatever it is that you love, and we can build this community together.